welcome back everybody to the Westlake Hornets Teambuilder Dynasty here on NCAA Football 14. It's been a minute, I know, but here we are at MetLife Stadium for a highly anticipated game as the number 1 Westlake Hornets are set to take on the number 5 Texas Longhorns, home of the New York Football Giants as well as the New York Jets. I forgot to put an "at" in that sentence, so the sentence sounded kind of weird. Anyway, Westlake is coming off 2 nice wins to start the season against Utah State and Illinois, but neither of them are legitimate competition when you compare them to Texas. The Longhorns are the defending national champions, led by an overtime game-winning drive in that game from quarterback Kyle Jackson, who is related to former Westlake star linebacker Owen Jackson. Westlake's only lost 2 games in the past 2 years. Both of those have been to the defending national champions. 2 years ago, they lost to Texas, fittingly, and then last year they lost to Baylor. So this is an opportunity for the Hornets to really, end that streak. And if they can win this game, if they can beat the defending champs, if the rest of the past 2 years have said anything, this team could go undefeated. Just saying. As tails never fails, Hornets win the coin toss and will elect to defer like always. It's kind of unfortunate we don't get Kyle facing off against his older cousin Owen Jackson, who's now in the NFL. But we do get this, is on 3rd and 2. Dustin Smith does not get the first down, wrapped up by the safety Marcus Jones, forcing an early 3-and-out. When these two teams faced off against each other 2 seasons ago, at the time, sophomore quarterback Peyton Curtis got hurt in the 3rd quarter for Westlake, didn't return, and that's why the Hornets lost. Well, now he's a senior, and let's see if he can lead the charge here on the revenge tour against the Longhorns. First down, that'll be a 14-yard completion to Nigel Wiggins. And as you can see, through 2 games, Wiggins has put up historic receiving numbers. My goodness, has he been special this year for the Hornets. Already at 8 receiving touchdowns. He's been one of a kind. The start to this season that Nigel Wiggins had has been historic so far. I don't think we've ever seen anything like it. Now here's Patrick Daly with a nice run, gaining 16, and the Hornets offense is moving well early. We are only 2.5 minutes into this game, but the Hornets are looking quite good so far in this one. 2nd and 7. Curtis looking to throw it. Risky pass, and it's going to be intercepted by Jones. That's the first interception Peyton Curtis has thrown this year. I don't know why they're showing Rodney Allen. I think Allen was actually lined out as a receiver on this play, which is kind of funny. He was not the intended target, though. It looked like Curtis was trying to get it to Ayaluko. That interception by Jason Jones was huge. Westlake was absolutely dominating this game to start, but that's a huge switch in momentum. However, it looks like the interception won't matter too much as Dustin Smith gains 5 on the screen, leading to a 4th and 2. I expected this to be a very high-scoring game, but so far the defenses are playing very well. Texas's offense does not have a single first down, and meanwhile for Westlake, they're moving the ball down the field, but they're not stretching the field like they usually do. Texas has done a great job of not letting the Hornets receivers get open deep, as speaking of going deep, Noah Newton snags an incredible grab for the touchdown. Curtis just sort of heaved it up for him, and he comes down with it. By the way, Peyton Curtis is 6 for 9 so far today. Nice. And it was also nice, that throw and that catch. One hand, double coverage. What a play from Noah Newton. This Texas offense is having more trouble moving down the field than it takes my grandmother to get out of bed. And right as I say that, nice 24-yard run for Dustin Smith. So the announcer jinx is truly real, folks. The Texas offense really needed a big play, and they got it. And now let's see if they can capitalize. 2nd and 5. Plays like that won't help. Kyle Jackson loses 4, courteous of the junior defensive end, Ray Johnson, who reads the option like a book. 3rd and 9 now for Texas after the 4-yard loss, as Jackson's going to look to throw it. It's going to be a screen pass over to Dustin Smith. Can he get the first? He sure will, and he's going to drag Andy Pino along with him for a gain of 13. Big play for Smith. Nice conversion there for the Longhorns as we hit the 1-minute mark in the 1st quarter. It's going to be another Kyle Jackson read option, and once again, Ray Johnson is there with the play. Jackson loses 2, bringing it to a 2nd and 12. Kyle Jackson is lucky he does not have to worry about his cousin Owen in this game. As remember, Owen Jackson hit his brother, Jack Jackson, pretty hard back when he was the QB at Arizona State. So I'm sure he'd be willing to do the same to his cousin if he were still here at Westlake. Nice run for Dustin Smith, by the way. So now Texas has it inside the 5, 1st and goal. Jackson has all the time in the world to throw it. He's going to get it to Jake Tate for the touchdown. Tate is one of the most talented receivers in college football. I'm not going to say he's the most talented because Nigel Wiggins is on the other sideline, and let's be honest, he's far and away the best receiver in college football so far this year. But nonetheless, Texas will tie this game up. Second quarter now underway, and I'm sure the Hornets do not want to start this quarter off with a 3-and-out. Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3. It'll be a jet sweep over to Nigel Wiggins, and he is stopped short, only gaining 2, and that'll likely force a Westlake punt. Texas was able to start the second quarter getting a 3-and-out. Let's see if their offense can take the lead as Jackson on 1st down. Nice pass over to Rogers, who was hit hard, but not before gaining 16. We have not seen any crazy plays from Kyle Jackson so far today, but he's been efficient, and he's playing pretty good game so far. 2nd down, it's going to be an option. This time he will gain positive yards and more as Jackson runs out for a gain of 17. Texas is winning the battle right now at the line of scrimmage. They've done a great job at running the ball, creating open holes. Their passing game has been efficient. Let's see if they can keep that going here on 3rd and 7 as Simeon Rogers gets the 1st down, making it 1st and goal. The Longhorns are just pounding it down Westlake's throats. The Hornets defense doesn't look like they have a chance right now. 1st and goal. Here's Jackson under a little bit of pressure, and he's going to get intercepted. John Paul Patterson makes an incredible snag in the end zone, and this big drive for Texas goes all to waste as JPP, the sophomore, with a massive turnover. The John Paul Patterson interception absolutely changes the momentum of this football game. Let's see if Westlake can capitalize in a big way. 2nd and 3. Curtis under pressure, scrambling. He gets it to Nigel Wiggins, who's great after the catch. Could have made a bigger play there, but 23 yards is not bad. The Hornet offense is looking good so far on this drive. 5 wide set here on 1st down. No Wiggins in the game, as Curtis, running backwards, is sacked for a loss of 17. I think he was trying to throw it away, but Clifford George got there in the nick of time, and that's a massive loss for the Hornets. The Texas defense makes a huge stop after the Hornet offense looked really good to start that drive. Let's see what the Longhorns have in store here, as there is a nice pass to Todd Cook for a gain of 22. Kyle Jackson continuing to play quite well in this one. This could be a monumental 3rd and 1, especially for the Hornets if they end up getting a stop, and they don't. The run blocking for Texas continues to dominate as Smith gets 15, putting him over the century mark in yards, I believe, and we're still in the 1st half. Westlake's defense has had no answer for this Texas run blocking. They've done such an excellent job, except for when they allow plays like that. John Paul Patterson makes another big play, turning a 1st down into a 3rd down. Big stop from JPP, who's had a great game so far. Now it's 3rd and 4. Here's Jackson under pressure. He has to go downfield. There's Jake Tate for the touchdown. Bad coverage from the safety Marcus Lee, who got baited, it looks like, at the end of the play. And the Longhorns will take the lead. Ever since Texas's offense got those 2 3-and-outs to start the game off, they've been virtually unstoppable, and the Hornets' defense has had no answer. Here's Curtis trying to run out of trouble. He will fumble the ball. However, it does go out of bounds, so Westlake gets a lucky break. The Hornets are lucky that this drive is still going, but they have to capitalize and put up some points. Curtis, nice pass over to Ronald Young, bringing it inside the 10, and the Hornets don't really have to worry about the clock. There is only 30 seconds, but they have more than enough time, especially with a pair of timeouts. 1st and goal at the 9. Here's Curtis. He's going to hand it off for Jason Gibbs, who has a few blocks and will be tackled in the end zone. That'll be a Westlake touchdown. Huge run for Jason Gibbs, and the Hornets will tie it up. 1st half is in the books. We are tied up at 14, and the 2nd half got off to an interesting start with an excellent kick return from Ulrich Yaluko. So as you can see, the Hornets are getting great field position starting past the 50. And they're going to start the drive with a nice play over to Newton, gaining 13. And just like that, 12 seconds in, and they're already inside the 35. The Hornets decided they were not playing any games to start off the third quarter, and we're not even 2 minutes in, and they are about to score most likely unless they mess this up, and they sure won't, as there's the slot receiver Frank Bray with his first catch of the day, and it's an awfully big one, re-giving Westlake the lead, as they are now up 21-14, pending the extra point. Now that Texas is down by 7, their offense is going to have to capitalize, but if the end of the first half is any indication, their offense should be fine, or maybe not, as Dustin Smith loses 2, Lewis Kahn and Justin McGee with the tackle, and now it's a 3rd and long. This one could get ugly for the Longhorns if they don't convert. Right now, the momentum of this football game belongs to Westlake, but Texas can try to get some back here on 3rd and 12. They are a very quality 6 for 8 on 3rd down, make it 7 for 9, as there's Chris Herron, who caught the game winner in the national championship game, getting about 17. Texas just converted on a 3rd and 12. Now they're going to have to try to convert on a 3rd and 11. Here's Jackson, looking to throw it. He is an open man. That's Smith. Bad coverage from the Hornets, and Travis Smith will gain 22. And another 3rd down conversion for Texas. We were all expecting a high-scoring first half, but it looks like we're going to get a high-scoring second half. Both offenses are looking very nice, as Jackson short pass over to Jake Tate, who absolutely stiff-arms Marcus Lee for a gain of 18. 3rd and goal at about maybe the 2-yard line or so. 5 wide set for Texas. Jackson will try to run it in, and he does. That'll be a Longhorn touchdown, and Kyle Jackson will tie this game up at 21 apiece. We've got ourselves a ball game, folks. Looks like this second half will be high octane and a lot of offense. The Longhorns converted a pair of 3rd and longs on their last drive. Now the Hornets are kind of going to have to do the same. It isn't necessarily 3rd and long, instead just 3rd and 8. As Curtis, he's going to try to get it up the middle, and Noah Newton with a nice grab for a first down. He was wide open, but it looked like Curtis overthrew him a little bit. This has been a really good game up to this point, but I think the fireworks are just starting. First down, handoff for Daly. He loses 4. Big play for the Texas defense. That's Wesley Lyles, the linebacker, coming in and stopping him behind the backfield. Now it's 2nd down and 14 from about the 35. I don't think Westlake's really in field goal range right now. And now, if that was in any doubt, they sure are in field goal range. Nice gain of 19 from Nigel Wiggins. Wiggins hasn't been as productive as he was those first 2 games, but that doesn't say a whole lot because he was historically good in those 2 games, and he nearly has 100 yards today. He's been no slouch. 3rd and 2. This might be the most important play of the game so far as we're just starting the 4th quarter. All tied up at 21 is Curtis. Short pass for Alria Yaluko, who will find the end zone for a Westlake touchdown, and the Hornets will regain the lead. Welcome to quarter number 4, everybody, as Alria Yaluko with his first receiving touchdown of the season. Not his first all-purpose touchdown. Remember, he had the opening kick return against Utah State in Week 1 to start the season, and now he gets that one. We've got ourselves an EA Sports Studio update as the Auburn Tigers have upset the Mississippi State Bulldogs 27-24. I don't know if you can really call it an upset because it's in Auburn. Tigers are 2-0, Mississippi State's 0-2, but the Bulldogs were ranked. Now they probably won't be. And the Air Force Falcons have a nice win over North Texas 36-31. On the kick return, star wide receiver for Texas, Jake Tate, suffered an injury. Looks like it's back spasms, and he will return to the game, which is big for Texas because he's a very important part of their team. And you know who's an important part of this Westlake team? Number 58, Lewis Kahn with the sack. That's Westlake's first sack all day. Massive credit to Texas' offensive line, who's been incredible today. Usually this Hornets defense is getting a good 4 or 5 sacks a game, but Texas' offensive line has been incredible. 3rd and 19, the Longhorns are 9 for 11 on 3rd down. Jackson is miraculously still on his feet, and he gets it to Smith. Down the field, Harvey will catch up to him at the 10. That should have been an easy sack, but instead it's a gain of 76. Westlake literally got Kyle Jackson, but he was able to get back up. And Travis Smith was able to gain 76 on that play. First and pretty much goal at the 10 as Smith loses one. Fouls the safety Marcus Jones with a hard hit. 2nd and 11 now. Short pass over to Chris Herron, who will fight his way for the touchdown. And just like that, we are tied up at 28. What a football game we have had. And there's still 5.5 minutes left to go. This is going to be a fun one. This game has just been back and forth in the second half. I think every drive so far here in the second half, both teams have scored touchdowns every single drive. Let's see if Wesley can maintain that. Plays like that won't help. Daly loses 3. Once again, Wesley Lyles the tackle for loss. So now it's a 2nd and 13 from about the 22. Here's Peyton Curtis looking to throw it. Curtis running with it like a madman. He's going to get it over to Wiggins for a big first down. Nigel Wiggins has not been the deep threat that he was the past 2 weeks, but he's been extremely reliable in this game as he has 8 receptions for 112 yards, both of which lead the team. A little bit under 4.5 minutes to go. We are still tied at 28. First down for the Hornets. They have it a little bit past midfield. As here's Curtis looking to throw it. Curtis scrambling. He's going to get it to Nigel Wiggins, who finds himself wide open down the field. And Wiggins will be brought down, but not before gaining 45. And the Hornets have it inside the 5 for a 1st and goal. Excellent play from Wiggins, separating himself, getting open. A nice play from Curtis, taking his time in the pocket, getting it to a superstar receiver. 2nd and goal at the 3 for the Hornets. Can they punch it in and regain the lead with about 3.5 minutes to go? Curtis is scrambling. He's going to try to run it in himself, and he sure will. Touchdown, Westlake, and Peyton Curtis's legs will re-give the Hornets a 7-point lead with 3 minutes and 22 seconds left in the 4th. We've got ourselves another EA Sports Studio update. An upset in Norman, Oklahoma. The TCU Horned Frogs beat the Sooners 24-17. And Oklahoma, who's already lost to Wisconsin last year, is pretty much out of championship discussions unless they win out and get unextraordinarily lucky. The Longhorn offense has been outstanding today. Their defense, on the other hand, has not quite been as good. And now their offense is going to need another big drive. 2nd down, there's Dustin Smith losing 4 on the screen. Courteous of a big defensive tackle, number 69, nice, Octavius October. Texas has converted 3 3rd and longs today. Let's see if they can get a 4th. It's going to be another screen for Smith, and he will not get the first. Pushed out by Justin McGee. No, that's Lawrence McCoon, sorry, forcing a 3 and out. At this point in the game, all Westlake has to do is chew the clock. Their defense got to stop, and now it's time for their offense to finish this one off. 2nd and 10, screen pass for Daly. He will almost get the first. It's going to be a 3rd and inches. 3rd and inches. Westlake is 8 for 10 on 3rd down today, and if they get this, it's pretty much game over. Handoff for Jason Gibbs. He will get the first down, and I think that'll do it. If Texas can get a 3rd down stop here, they theoretically still have a chance. Handoff for Gibbs, and they do get it. He gains nothing, so the Longhorns should have an opportunity to get a Hail Mary or 2 in. So Texas will get the opportunity to lob up 1 Hail Mary, and I assume that's what they're going to do. They'd be stupid not to. As it's just going to be a regular play. Check down for Smith, who only gets 10, but not a 1st down, and that'll end the game because Texas is freaking stupid. What do you do when there's 10 seconds left? You need to drive down the field 70 yards and you're out of timeouts. That's right, you run a check down, and that's why Texas will lose this game. To be fair, they probably would have lost anyway, but nonetheless, massive win for the Hornets. This was a great game. Texas, with an incredible effort, the Hornets are able to do the thing that they have struggled to do the past couple of seasons, beat the defending champions. They had to do it, and they finally did it.